This is The Raggedy Man by James Whitcomb Riley. Oh, the Raggedy Man, he works for Pa, and he's the goodest man you ever saw. He comes to our house every day and waters the horses, feeds them hay. And he opens the shed, and we always laugh when he drives out our little old wobbly calf. And then, if our hired girl says he can't, he milks the cow for Elizabeth Ann. Ain't he an awful good Raggedy Man? Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. Why, Raggedy Man, he's just so good. He splits the kindling and chops the wood, and then he spades in our garden too. He does most things the boys can't do. He clumb clean up in our big tree and shook the apple down for me. And another and two for Elizabeth Ann. And another and two for the Raggedy Man. Ain't he an awful kind Raggedy Man? Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. And Raggedy Man, one time, say he picked roast Rambos from an orchard tree and ate 'em all roasting hot. And it's so too, 'cause a corn crib got a fire one time and all burned down on Old Smoot Farm. And the hired hand that worked there then, it was the Raggedy Man. Ain't he the beatin'est Raggedy Man? Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. Raggedy Man's so good and kind. He'll be our horsey and haul and mind everything you make him do, and he won't run off unless you want him to. I drived him once way down our lane, and he got scared when it meant to rain. And he's reared up and squealed and run, hurt nigh away, and it's all in fun. And then he's scared again at an old tin can. Whoa, you old runaway Raggedy Man. Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. And Raggedy Man, he knows most rhymes, and he tells them if I be good sometimes. He knows about giants, griffins, and elves, and the squidgicum squeeze that swallows themselves. And right by the pump in our pasture lot, he showed me the hole that the Wumpsie got. It lives way deep in the ground and can turn into me, or Elizabeth Ann, or Mom, or Pa, or the Raggedy Man. Ain't he a funny old Raggedy Man? Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. And once, when the Raggedy Man come late and pigs is rooting through the garden gate, he tend like the pigs is bears and said, "Oh, bear shooter, shoot 'em dead." And race and chase 'em, and they just run when he point his hoe at 'em and likes the gun, and go bang, bang, and then tend to stand to load up his gun again. Raggedy Man. He's an old bear shooter, Raggedy Man. Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. Sometimes, Raggedy Man lets on we're little prince children, and old king's gone to get more money, and left us there, and robbers just stick everywhere. And then, if we all won't cry for sure, Raggedy Man, he'll come and explore the castle halls, and steal the gold, and steal us too, and grab and hold and pack us off to his old cave. And the hay-mows the cave of the Raggedy Man. Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man. The Raggedy Man, one time, when he was making a little bow and arrow for me, says, "When you're big like your pa is, are you going to keep a fine store like his and be a rich merchant, wear fine clothes? What are you going to be? Goodness knows." And then he laughed at Elizabeth Ann. And I says, "I'm going to be a nice Raggedy Man. I'm just going to be a nice Raggedy Man. Raggedy, raggedy, raggedy man." That is James Whitcomb Riley, and he was born in 1849, and he published this in 1888. And tin cans that he mentions in the poem were still a strange item in the 19th century. The American Tin Can Company was only formed in 1901. In the 1820s, 1830s, it was just being invented that you could solder on sheet metal. So he mentions that the horse in the story, the Raggedy Man, gets scared seeing an old tin can in the road. So you can imagine what that would be nowadays. What would someone look at it and pretend to be afraid of if they're playing with kids? An iPad, an iPhone, something like that. So.
You read that accent great.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
It's a mixture of my mother who read it to us when we were children over and over, and there were 9 of us children, so it just got read year after year after year in the rocking chair, and we got to know it by heart. And I also began to think a few days ago as I was preparing that it was kind of Opie from Andy Griffith, so I mixed it all together. It came out nice. Yeah. Thanks.